What's going on, guys? My name's Gerard. Today we're going to learn how to fakie frontside axle stall. Before you learn this trick, you should know how to fakie tail stall, and it helps if you know how to axle stall. Alright, so fakie frontside axles I think are actually a lot of fun, and here's how the trick works. You're going to ride up fakie, turn your body in the same direction that you would turn it if you were doing a backside kick turn, but this is a front side trick. And remember, it's front side because the front of your body is facing the ramp when you're doing the trick. After you turn, you're going to stall up on top of the ramp, turn your body back in front side, and ride back down the ramp. For some people, this trick is actually more comfortable than a regular front side axle stall because of that backside turning motion to get into the stall. You don't have to worry as much about opening up when you approach the coping because you're already comfortable turning in that direction. I didn't mention at the beginning, but if you know half cab rock fakies, this will be a pretty easy motion for you to get. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer before you start your turn. Like most axle stall tricks, the turning motion that you want for this is really gonna be controlled by your shoulders. So I like to have my feet in a normal front side position. I have my back foot right in the middle of the tail, maybe with my heel hanging off just a little bit, because for front side tricks, your heel is gonna control everything. When you turn into the axle stall, you wanna make sure that your shoulders are parallel with the coping. When you learn some other front side tricks like front side 5-0s, you actually have your shoulders turned into the transition. With this trick, you don't wanna do that. You wanna have it parallel so you have a nice strong stance. When you turn into this trick, you wanna make sure that you're locking in on your heel side wheels on top of the coping. So when you turn, you're gonna wanna shift the pressure to your toes so you're standing up on top of the deck. If you already know how to frontside axle stall, this next part's gonna be easy, but if not, to come back in from any of these frontside tricks, like I mentioned, it's all in your heel. So what you're gonna do is open your shoulders up a little bit, back into the ramp, shift the pressure back to your heel, turn the board, and ride back in. The reason you want to shift that pressure back to your heel is because what it does is it leans the board back into the ramp so that wheel will slide over the coping. If you don't put that pressure on your heel, what happens is you're more likely to hang up on top of the ramp. One thing that we don't talk a lot about, especially with transition tricks, is where to look. So when you're coming up fakie especially, my eyes are really looking right at the coping. Some of these fakie tricks you're doing kind of blind, you're kind of trusting where the board's going to end up. But this trick, because you're turning backside towards the coping, you can kind of watch it the whole time. So when I'm coming back up, I have my head looking back over my shoulder and looking at the coping to help guide my trucks on top. Like I said, some people actually find this a lot easier because of that. You can kind of watch where you're going the whole time, and that backside turn feels a lot more comfortable. The biggest problem most people have with this trick is coming back in. So don't forget, it's all about putting that pressure on your heels. Turn your shoulders just like you would with anything else, and the board's gonna follow you. If all your pressure's on the heel, you're gonna come back in when that wheel rolls over. I know one of my biggest frustrations when I started skating mini ramps is when I came up fakie, I could really only do two tricks: tail stall and switch rock. And so when you start learning those fakie axle stalls, it gives you some more tricks to work on when going fakie. I've always liked to feel those rewind tricks, so you're coming up, turning backside, coming back in front side. Just feels like a lot of fun. Don't forget, leave a comment down below, let me know what trick you want to learn next, or what trick you want to see me learn next. And if you learn a new trick, send a video my way, might find yourself at the end of the next video. Till then, see you guys next time.